Good day. Our reading lesson for this week is continuing our story. Let's all start on page 117. Squirrel. Oh, do you think so, Fox? Narrator. With that, Squirrel outfoxed Fox. She leaped up onto an old oak. Fox watched her scamper out of reach. Squirrel ran along a tree limb until she reached a nearby grapevine. The grapes grew so high that Fox could not get at them. Squirrel plucked a big bunch of the juicy fruit and held it over Fox's head. Squirrel, if I give you these grapes, do you promise to go away for good, Fox? Fox, yes, I promise. Give me those grapes. Narrator. Squirrel dropped the fruit and Fox eagerly caught it. Fox trotted happily away. But Fox was sneaky. He did not mean to keep his promise. The next day, Fox returned. He found Frog snoozing on a warm rock. Fox, wake up, Frog! You are next on my menu. Prepare to be eaten. Frog, coming awake. Ah, what? Hey, not by a long jump, Fox. You will never catch me. Outfox means outsmart. Leaped, jumped. Oak tree is the picture that we find it on the right corner. Scamper, ran away quickly. Run away quickly. Tree limb is a small branch of a tree. Grapevine, as you see in the picture popping up. Plucked means pulled, eagerly, excitedly. Trotted, ran fast. And snoozing means taking a nap. Now, what did Squirrel say or do when she saw Fox? She leaped up onto an old oak. She scampered out of reach. What did Frog say or do when he saw Fox? Frog said, "Hey, not by a long jump, Fox. You will never catch me." Another question that comes to our mind. What is the thing that the narrator knows and Squirrel and Frog don't? The narrator knew that Fox was sneaky. He didn't mean to keep his promise. Now, the narrator helps us understand what is happening in the story. What is the narrator's point of view toward Fox? That's mean, what did he think or what did the narrator think about Fox? The narrator's point of view toward Fox, that Fox is sneaky and he did not mean to keep his promise. What part of the story that you read? Today we read it is the beginning of the story. At the beginning of the story, we meet the characters and the problem. What is the problem in the story? Frog and Squirrel are friends, but they are not friends with Fox, and Fox wants to eat them. Now let's move on to page 118. Let me zoom in. Narrator. Then Frog sprang off the rock and dove into the brook. Splash! He was swept away, his plump green legs kicking. Fox followed. Fox shouting, "Ahoo! I will get you, frog!" Narrator: Fox paddled until he was tired, cold and drenched. Then he dragged himself home with nothing to eat. Fox was steaming mad, but Squirrel and Frog were even madder. They plotted and planned. The next day they were waiting for Fox. Fox growled, "Are you two ready to be my delicious double dinner?" Narrator: Fox began to lunge for Squirrel and Frog. Squirrel holding up a paw. "Wait, Fox!" Frog: "Hold up, hungry beast. We have prepared a tasty treat for you. Follow us." Fox whispering to himself, "If they don't feed me a tasty bite, I will eat them on the spot." Squirrel whispering to Frog, "Ready, buddy?" Frog whispering to Squirrel, "Let's do it." The two led Fox to a huge barrel laying on its side. One end was open. Before I continue, I just want to remind you of one tip of pronunciation. We noticed that I have the word off. How do I pronounce it? I say off. While the word of with one F, I say it of. Alright? So remember, off. You use it like when you take off your jacket, and of, it means when you say this table is made of wood. Alright? Just keep it in your mind. Now, let's move on to some questions. Sprang is the past tense of spring, means leap fast. Plump means fat. Drenched, all wet. Steaming mad, very angry. Lunge, to move forward suddenly and quickly. On the spot means right away. Barrel, it's a container that usually we keep it for liquid or to save some things in it. In a play, the author gives the readers clues to know the character's feelings. He uses words that the character says or words that tell about the character feels. In a play, the narrator is the one who can tell the readers what the other characters are thinking or feeling. Exclamation marks can show feelings. The italicized words in the parentheses often explain how the characters should speak, whether they whisper or shout. Squirrel holding up a paw means holding his hand up or his limb. Now, let's move on to this question. How does Fox feel after chasing Frog? "Oh, I will get you, Frog!" Fox was steaming mad. Another question that comes to our mind: what is Squirrel and Frog's point of view toward fox now. But Squirrel and Frog were even madder. In paragraphs 24 and 27, draw a smiley face if the character is happy and draw a sad face if the character is angry. Let's see. Here they are excited because they have planned something for him. And here, Fox is mad. All right, let's continue reading page 120. We just need to zoom in. All right. Fox snarling.
What's inside had better be good, or you two will become my dinner.
Squirrel. Check it out, your favorite. Frog. Enjoy it, you furball with fangs. Narrator. Fox stuck his nose into the barrel. His mouth watered at what he discovered there. Fox excited. Grapes! 5 big bunches of tasty grapes! Excellent! Frog and Squirrel. Have a feast, beast. Narrator. Drawing with delight. Fox crawled into the barrel. He began to slurp up the grapes like a vacuum slurps up dirt. And then Squirrel. Ready, Frog? Slam it! Narrator. And the frog slammed the lid of the barrel shut with all his might. Frog. Now! Let's push it! Narrator. Then the two friends sent the barrel flying down the side of the hill. The barrel spun at top speed. Squirrel. There she rolls! Fox. Ahoo! Narrator. Soon the barrel was out of sight. Squirrel and Frog shouting. We outfoxed Fox! Narrator. And it was true. They outfoxed Fox so well that Fox was never heard from on that woodsy hillside ever again. Now let's review some words. Snarling, to show teeth with anger. Check it out, look at it. Fangs, long, sharp teeth, just like you see in the picture on the corner. Feast, large special meal. Slurp, to eat messily and loudly. Vacuum, and we have might means power. Now, let's have some questions here. Why did Squirrel and Frog give Fox a treat? What is inside had better be good, or you two will become my dinner. This sentence shows why they gave him a treat, because if they don't give him something special, Fox will eat them for dinner. How does Fox feel about what he finds in the barrel? His mouth watered at what he discovered there, so he was excited. It's tasty. Excellent.